So this came in the mail today. This came all the way from Australia. It's a part for my 8274 winch that I'm running. So this is a free spool illuminator kit. So no one in the States makes these, and overseas in Australia, this winch is like very, very common. It's huge. Even though like Warren, they're made here and everything and assembled here up in Oregon. I think is where it is, Oregon or Washington. But yeah, so this free spool illuminator kit. So the motor right now, it is bolted in there. Eliminates that. It eliminates the free spool, so my winch will no longer free spool, which I've used this winch so far. It's been on here a couple months. I've used it probably around 12 times, helping people and myself, and then especially when we were in Pritchett doing that, and then when I was in Sand Hollow recently, I used it. Yeah, I've never used free spool on it. So the winch is crazy fast. Like it is like when you get to like 5 feet left of going it in, you just you get your fingers out of the way. The thing is crazy fast, so and very strong. So this eliminates that, and then so this is eliminating the free spool. This goes in, so this will make it a little bit stronger and better, and then put less fatigue on the upper housing. So see what it is. So it's been pretty cool watching it, going through customs, coming here, all that. We'll see if I get a bill in the mail for expert fees and everything like that. But so this place is called, what was it called? Yeah, the 4-wheel drive shed out of Australia. So they make a ton of parts for this winch. They make dual motor setups. I think they make an air brake setup, wider winch drums you can put in, wider fairleads, I believe. And then you can do, or you might have to make your own fairlead to make it wider. I can't remember. But from Warren, it comes with a drum that holds 150 feet of winch line. So that's the biggest amount of feet on any winch, manufactured winch you can get, that you can just buy. So, but yeah, they make wider ones so you can have up to 200 feet. So I mean, the winch is crazy wide, but pretty cool. So if those guys out in Australia, when they're way out, and and doing a lot of crazy stuff, they can just have a lot of line out. So I haven't had to, well, in Pritchett, when I was winching up Center Rock Pile, I think I ran it out about 120 feet, and then that was nice because normal winch lines are 90 feet. So like in the past, I've had to use like 3 straps and everything like that, or like the pull pal for like the sand and everything like that to help me get out or to help people. So yeah, check this out. So yeah, it's called Ballsy Bits. So it's a blue piece, and then it'll go in right here. Yeah, so this goes in, takes out the free spool illuminator. Takes out the free spool. This is the free spool illuminator. So this goes in just like that, and then you get rid of that, and then it supports the drive motor shaft in a bearing, and just makes it a lot stronger. So it'd be kind of cool to have on it. Have some parts on it from Australia. So that'd be pretty cool. And then yeah, when I get it installed and everything, I'll show you guys how it all goes. And then the other day, Michael ran over on his lunch break over to Kurt's shop, Cruiser Outfitters, because on the same obstacle that I did the fender on, I also did that. So this is a OEM replacement, get that fixed up, but I'm not mad at all about that, is it only hit the light, didn't even hit the body. So I'm in the shop tonight. It's the following night from when I was showing you guys the winch part and everything. So I'm going to install the winch part tonight. I'm going to install some new front shocks in the front, just because my ones that are in there are like 2 inches too short. So hopefully help it articulate a little bit more and stop lifting the tire as much. It'll still lift the tire, but yeah, the shocks are definitely a little on the shorter side. So I got that, and then I gotta replace my rear transfer case seal too. It's leaking a little bit. I gotta pull it out and see what one's what. This is just my spare gaskets I got for the thing. So gonna work on that tonight, and then don't know if I'll get to the winch and the shocks tonight, but get that done. At least get the first thing is like fix that oil leak, and then I can keep driving it. So then the other stuff I can just install later. So get that done. Cleaning up pretty good. I think I must have just got some sand in there. Ate at it a little bit, but it's not bad. So I haven't changed any seals in this thing at all, and since the last time I had the transfer case out and serviced it, that was back in 22. So this is pretty good. So almost 4 years without having to change a single seal, so that's not bad. And it's not like the thing doesn't get drove a ton, so not bad. Cool. Get up under here, get that seal pulled out, and get that changed, and then hopefully not be leaking oil anymore. Okay, so I got that seal all changed and everything. Didn't show a whole lot of it, just did like the time lapses of it. Didn't want to be boring or anything like that. But here's the seal. I ended up having to re-shim my preload on it. There's shims in here, and then the tapered roller bearings. I just had a little too much play, so I ended up pulling this off and everything and re-shimming it, and that should be a lot better. So that could have actually been why it was leaking a little bit. It was just letting it move just a little too much, not having enough play. So that's all done. We'll let that seal up overnight, and then put oil in it tomorrow. So get that done. I might throw the new light in real quick on the other side. So gotta get that done. So do that real quick. Okay, so I just got the new light installed. See if it works. Oh yeah. So cool, we're back in business. No more body damage, no ugly broken lights. So that's good. So it sounded so bad too. I was in there just like screeching. I'm like, ah. I mean, it's part of wheeling. I was like, dang it. And then we got out and I was like, cool. It's just the light screaming. So got that all fixed, ready to go. Just got to do the shocks and the free spool delete, and then probably do that tomorrow. I'm gonna call it a night, so get her all done. Okay, so it's the following night. Seal's all dried up and everything now. Gonna pull the oil fill out and fill it up. Get that all done. I gotta undo my sending unit for the transfer case temp sensor. Have it on the dash, and then I can pull the fill out and then get that done. So we're in the same clothes, but it's not the same shirt. Okay, so it is the following night, I promise. So get this all done. Okay, so I just got that all filled up. Oil fills back in, temp sensors plugged back in, speedometers plugged back in, and all full of oil. So move on to that winch free spool now. Get that going and see what all I gotta do to that. So this little spacer, and then apply silicone to the blue flange and reassembly. Easy enough. Okay, installing the spacer, and then installing the gear. Like so. There it goes. Okay, and then this should just go in, and this new part right here, it supports the shaft right there on this end right here on the end of the motor, where as before it didn't, so that would just free hang like that and then, you know, drive the winch. But I mean, these winches are very proven. People have been using them for, you know, a ton of years. I think this, yeah, it came out in '74 and it hasn't really changed, so they're good winches. So, but this just makes it a little bit tougher. So come on. Okay, cool. So man, if I gotta take the brake off, that's gonna be a bummer. Okay, so just gotta put a little bit of silicone on there and put it back together. Okay, so got that all installed there. So that's pretty cool. I liked it. And then the quality of it's really nice. And then getting parts from overseas for it was kind of fun. So got that all done, and then gonna move on to changing the front shocks now and get those done. And then this thing is ready for the weekend. So we're going down to the San Rafael Swell this weekend to do a trail run with some friends down there. So got the oil leak fixed, got the winch upgrade done. I got the not the tail light, but the the tail marker light done, and then just gotta do my shocks, and then I'll be ready for the weekend and maybe drive it into work on Friday or something like that. So let's see what we can get done. Okay, so I got one installed. I just gotta do the other side now. So not too bad. They usually don't put the boots on. These usually pop off and everything, but we'll see how they do. And it kind of, you know, looks old school. So run those for a bit and see how they do. They should let it flex a little bit more. I might have to actually put some taller shock hoops in, and then that give me more droop and everything too. And then I could run a little bit longer shock. So we'll see. Might have to end up doing that, cutting the factory one out and putting in a different one. But we'll see how these do this weekend down at the swell, and just kind of have to go from there. Got those all put in. Both sides are done. So things all ready for the swell this weekend. So it's supposed to be really nice out and everything, so I'll be able to run with the doors off, and then probably here in a couple weeks take the whole top off and everything and just put my little bikini top on. But with the Utah bipolar weather, I don't know if I really want to take the top off yet, and then it'd be snowing next week. So let's leave it on for now, then the doors pop off easy. So yeah, it's all ready to go. So take you guys along for the ride and keep an eye out for the video. So I decided to take the top off for the swell. So it's the following night, and then I gotta load up, and then me and Michael are heading out in the morning to the swell. But the weather and everything, I mean, it was in the 80s today, and then I think the coldest even during the night next week is still in the high 50s. So I think it's time, you know, take the top off for the summer and do that. So it'd be nice. Tomorrow it's supposed to be hot, so let's get the top off. Okay, so there we go. I got the summer top all put on and everything. So here we go. I love the summer top. The summer top's nice, and it makes it it looks good too. So we are ready to roll to the swell in the morning, and then yeah, weather's supposed to be good. It's crept up fast too, because it was like I was running like the heater in my shop down in Spanish Fork on Monday, and then the last 2 days I've been running the AC in the place. So kind of funny. Gotta love spring in Utah. So yeah, all ready to go, and then take you along for the ride.